Hello and welcome back to Game Start. I'm your host, Bardic Knowledge, and it has been quite the week for me. Where most people are getting to stay home all day, I have to stay away from home longer. Because the business I work for is an essential supplier to essential companies, and therefore I am an essential employee. So we're doing overtime. But we're also getting paid more on top of that, so it's middling. But that does mean that until further notice, there will not be any Wednesday night / Thursday morning streams. It'll just be the Sunday night ones / Monday morning ones. I'm just gonna say how I see it, because I know for a lot of people, 2 in the morning on Monday, but for me it's 2 in the morning Sunday, because tomorrow doesn't start until I wake up. Anyways, not the point. Also, I am apologizing for this weekend that the weekend I'm streaming now is the weekend where parts 2 and 3 of these Witcher streams went up on YouTube, and I'm going to apologize now for their complete lack of my voice. Because I apparently didn't notice that the microphone wasn't on for those episodes. And I didn't have any viewers at the time, or now apparently, to tell me otherwise. So that's all you saw when watching that video. Or heard, rather. Anyways, not the point. We're here to play The Witcher. And I have to try and remember what I was doing. It'll probably come to me once I'm actually in-game, though I may also have to look at the journal. And boy, has my head been full of thoughts this past week. I'm making an outline for a light novel, I'm designing a board game, I'm still working on a video game trilogy, technically, but one of them specifically at this point. Plus I'm doing these streams, plus I've got my job. It's a good thing I know how to multitask. Okay, so I'm in the fields. Continue looking for a way to put Alina's ghost to rest. Which means I need to figure out... Right, I need to figure out who to talk to for that. Oh, and I have to do the cow thing, that's right. Why am I out in the field? Oh, because I was... No, because the town is Murky Waters. And I did not go from the lake to the fields to go to the town. No, I did, because of the mirror thing. Okay, so now I go back to town. See if I can dodge the noon wraiths. Continue to be annoyed that Alvin is still following me. And be annoyed that I can't just slide down the cliff. You'd think something that exists primarily in the heat of the sun would have some resistance to fire. But like almost every other enemy in this game, you can just Ignis it and it will start taking damage. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere in town is somebody who knows more about noon wraiths. I did not see this guy before. That is an important thing to find. Potentially. Don't need any of the rest. And trace the genes of Lara Doran. Interesting. I wonder who Lara Doran is. Travel through time and space. Wild and uncontrollable. Okay. So why doesn't Triss... Oh, and that explains how Alvin just teleported himself. Why didn't Triss contact this Brotherhood of Sorcerers? Unless, of course, they've got something nefarious going on behind the scenes, which is entirely possible for organizations such as that. Wait easy. Okay, and I'm not seeing any other wyverns on this scan. I wonder if it's just the one nest and I just have to keep raiding it for as long as there are wyvern eggs to be had there. Oh, it's still popping up with the encoding overloaded thing. Wonder if that means I need to buy some new stuff for my desktop. Wouldn't be surprised. She is, I think, 2, 3 years old? No, well, actually, no. Probably more closer to 5 years old now. So I first got my computer while I was working at Walmart, and I am going basically the wrong way. Oh no, they're both kind of the rightish way if I know what I'm doing. But yeah, I got it while I was working at Walmart, because I remember wanting to use the Black Friday working discount, but I also needed to use the website, and I couldn't use the discount on the website for some reason. A lot of giant centipedes about. You know, it'd be more authentic if the giant centipedes reacted to this little monkey thing rather than just me. Okay, that's one down. And one running. Pop something in to eat. Doesn't look like there's any others. Pretty sure there's someone who wanted giant centipede something or other. Yep, there we are. I wonder who the elven craftsman is. Actually, I'll set my journal to that. Then I'll do, then I'll do the cow thing. I want to negotiate for the cow rather than steal it. But somehow I have a feeling the game won't let me negotiate. That's a thing people probably don't think much about when it comes to designing worlds, I suppose you could say. That normally it's that roads go along the route of least resistance. So it will go around a hill if that's faster than going over the hill. But in this world, you also have to take into account where monsters generally spawn. Just popping in here to see if there's some sort of a keepsake that's important. Doesn't look like it. Strawberries. But, so yeah, with what I was saying was the roads would also have to take into account where monsters spawn. So you'd have to go even more zigzag if you want to avoid their nests. Didn't I already read this prophecy at some point? Time of the Wolf's Blizzard. That sounds ominous. I know, what do you know? Geralt is called the White Wolf. Of course, considering there's 3 Witcher games, I have a feeling that I'm not going to run into it for a while. If the prophecy does actually come up in-game somewhere. Could be they left it open-ended enough that it's implied to happen long after, or it's not talking about Geralt at all, but people could get that idea. Which is an interesting way to throw people off the scent, I suppose. I mean, it'd be a subversion of Chekhov's gun, to use the trope name, or the trope terminology, where Chekhov's gun is, if you mention a gun on the mantelpiece in Act 1, it must be fired by Act 3. So the subversion would be to draw attention to this thing, make people think it's going to be important, and then it not being. Pretty sure that's how the subversion works. Either that or it would be inaverted. Now I want to double check that. Oh, I think I know where the craftsman is. Oh yeah, that's an important variation on the Chekhov's gun, is the forbidden gun, where someone says, "You're not allowed to do this thing." So then later in the story they can say, "You know that thing you're not allowed to do? Do it." A couple of versions come to mind immediately are Ghostbusters, Men in Black, and the first Fantastic Four movie, where it's that basic trope of just someone says, or like don't cross the streams, the supernova bad, and what was the Men in Black? Oh yeah, remember the little red button? And it's just like, you bring it up so that they know it's there, and then you fire it later. Let's see. Oop. I got too distracted, I guess. Okay, so the subverted... Yeah, the subverted is also just the trope red herring. Another one is to make it seem like it's an object of importance, and it is used, but it actually has no importance whatsoever. Hi, apparently you're the one who hired me.
Kedmil Vakern.
Greetings. Who are you?
When the chaos of war surrounds us, few care for beauty and harmony. I ensure that beauty remains in the world. I create customized objects.
You're a craftsman?
Craftsmen produce useful items. The beauty of my works could awaken the dead.
I'm here about the notice.
Do you have the giant centipede armor?
Why, yes.
Here.
Finally, I'll be able to progress with my work. Take this pouch for your toil.
Oh, a whole pouch, huh? Oh, hey, two of these guys actually have names. Cool, I got a level. Okay, so now... the next thing... I gotta do this cow thing. Not terribly enthused about it. So, make my way back to town. Oh, random place of power. I can use this. That could be handy for whatever. Oh, that's right. The cow wants nuts and berries, if I remember right. Do I have anything that matches that description? No, it doesn't look like it. Means I'm probably gonna have to hunt for stuff that'll give me that. Or rifle through people's possessions until I find some of that. Though I might meditate before I actually enter town. Am I on the right road? Yes, I am now actually on the right road. Just to meditate before I go into town, just to spend these talents that I've picked up. I think I might be at the next rank of Witcher, but I'm not sure on that. I might be a while from it yet. Oh. I've apparently got lots of talents to spread. Okay. Plenty of endurance regeneration. Pain immunity, poison immunity, resistance to bleeding. Okay. So that's basically I take a poison and instead I get that. But if an animal poisons me, no go. That requires a mutagen. Let's see. Bonus pain. Might be a good idea just because I wind up causing pain with Igni. Alright, let's see what I can make. I've got one device left at the moment. Oh, White Raffords is the one I'm thinking of. Wolverine could be handy. I do have this I've got an unknown oil. Didn't I also get an unknown potion somewhere? I guess not. Okay, I might try that oil at some point. Or Nithosaur. Presumably that does more damage to the wyverns. Oh yeah, that's right, I do have some bomb recipes. Haven't really done anything with bombs, though. I'll leave it. I only have one cat, so let's mix up a cat. And I think I will actually leave that at that. Which also technically means that I'm not going to be waiting or meditating until morning, but that's alright. Okay, back onwards to town I go. Fast travel would be so handy. Yeah, that's some interesting Post topper, I suppose that'd be. Alright, because we got that prize-winning cow sitting over there. Suppose I should have taken those strawberries. Wait. Wow. Okay. Thought there was supposed to be a guard sitting out with the cow. It was there first time I came through. Let's see if I can find anything to entice the cow with. That was interesting. Fireplace just lit all on its own. I think I'll pop into Alina's house. See if those strawberries are still in that barrel. And if so, I can use those strawberries with the cow, even though strawberries aren't technically fruit. Always in the last place you look, because if you kept looking, you'd be an idiot. Okay. Let's keep looting stuff and just see. Nope. Doubt the cow would be interested in getting drunk. But sometimes they do. Well, I'm not sure about cows. I know horses occasionally drink alcohol. And same with elephants. But I don't think cows do. I mean, this sack got all what I need. Dried fruit and nuts. Why is there no guard about?
Come, strawberry.
I already asked the Fisher King for use of his boat, too. Will the cow just follow me no matter how quickly I go? What it looks like. Oh yeah. This is a fast heifer. Alrighty then. I just walked back through the place that I just walked out, didn't it? Because the camera spun round. And because I wasn't quite paying attention, I was continuing to read the playing with page on Chekhov's gun. Hate it when games do that. Most often, I remember it happening in Link to the Past, because the up and down stairs would always be on the top wall. Not always, I think there were a few that were on like the bottom wall. But, excuse me. Oh, wow. Was not expecting to one-shot the wyvern. Cow okay? Cow's okay. But yeah, I'd press up to go up the stairs, keep holding it with the thought of, as soon as I'm out of the stairs, I'll just keep walking. And instead, I go back down the stairs. Or the other way around, depending on whether I wanted to go lower or higher. And it would just keep happening. Alright. Wasn't there something I remember either hearing or reading about where cows aren't much for being on water? Or was I was supposed to use the boat. Yeah, I'm on Black Tern, which is where I'm supposed to take the cow. But the cow's not on the boat. I think there's a moon there. Actually, I suppose the main thing that I'm thinking of when it comes to cows in the ocean is a verse from a song that I listened to a lot growing up, and still do on occasion. It's the Athens Queen, where one of the lines is, "You'll never get a cow home on a dory in such sea." Where a dory is basically a kind of lifeboat. So am I supposed to take cow to the Lady of the Lake? Or... because I'm on Black Tern Island with the cow. Ah. Sacrifice her on Dagon's altar. Which means I need to find Dagon's altar. Royal Wyvern, let's see if you've got an egg for me. And that's how you do it. Why are all of the fireplaces lit? Yep, there's an egg. I just need to get one more egg off of Royal Wyvern. Yeah, I'm so glad I boosted Igni as much as I did. Ooh, a couple of Royal Wyverns. And a couple of regular Wyverns. And I am just wrecking them. Sweet heart of darkness. I was not expecting to win quite that well. I say easily, but my health is in terrible condition. I should drink a thing like a swallow. Have a swallow of swallow. And yes, that pun did only just occur to me, and no, I do not regret speaking it. There. I only needed the eggs, but I got the whole thing. Oh, more of them. Am I even going the right way? I guess I am. Okay. Oop, shadows. Didn't want to do that. Actually, there's a thought. Undamaging. Yeah. Let's put a rune on here. Hi, guys. And a long-distance stab finishes the fight. I got plenty of wyvern eggs. A lot of wyvern meat, too. Saleable ring. Mount Carbon Dwarven Axe. You know what? I never use a torch. I'll take it. I'll be brimming with weaponry. Got a lot of toxin. Okay, that's pretty well near full. Apparently there's 2 altars of Dagon there. I'm not entirely sure specifically how you're supposed to pronounce the deity's name, because I remember reading Dagon's name in a few different places. For example, the Lovecraftian version from Shadows over Innsmouth. Somehow lost the cow. Come on. Okay, so you can't make it through there? Oh, here we go. Guess I just had to go it slower around here. But Dagon is also mentioned in Discworld, where a couple of characters talk about a fish shop on Dagon Street that came to a sticky end, shall we say. That was interesting. Then there's actually the deity of Dagon, which was actually a fish god, I believe. I'm actually not sure. I'm gonna look him up. I don't want the Lovecraftian Dagon. Oh, okay, he was a fertility god. But he was actually part fish. But his name was more likely derived from a word for grain. Okay. And apparently Dagon is the closest Romanization that there is of it. Okay, well, let's see if we can find another way, I guess. If you can get out of my way. Most annoying thing in many an RPG. Getting stuck behind an NPC. I did not mean to rhyme, but I did it. There's gotta be more than one way to Dagon's Shrine. Is this another? No. Oh. And here I'm wearing glasses, but I'm blind anyway. Certainly looks like the ceiling is just glowing. Just kinda on its own. I'm gonna try a thing. As I noticed the fish in the crate, and I wonder if I put the fish in the altars, would that do anything? Nope, can't actually do anything with the fish. Okay, good to know. I was hoping I wouldn't have to actually kill it. So, is this Dagon? Or is it just gonna be a whole bunch of Odyanoi? Well, aren't you a pretty face? Interesting. Okay, so his followers are basically immortal. Oh no, I have to kill his followers. I get it. And that deals damage to him. Got it. Interesting, actually, that his life force is tied in with his worshippers. I get the feeling this is supposed to be a much more thrilling fight, save for the fact that Dagon himself hasn't done anything to me. I mean, it's looked like he's tried to attack me a couple times, but then nothing came of it. Both of you guys to come out of the water so I can incinerate both of you. Because I bear the power of fire. Dagon doesn't have much left. Either this guy or the next one will be enough to do that. And this is a lot of dead Vodyanoi priests. Don't know if the scales will be useful for anything, but I'll take them anyway. Ooh. He had a sun rune. I used up my sun runes. And a wyvern is back. To be honest, I kind of wish this had like an action, more like Kingdom Hearts action RPG than this timed attack business. Because when it comes to timed attacks, it shouldn't have to be done every single time. It should be something that works on its own, and then timed attacks boost it. I could talk to the Lady of the Lake, but I'm not going to. At least not on stream, I'm not. Because she appears to be another naiad, or dryad, or menaiad, or lampad. There's a whole lot of those nymph types. Have I really been going for that long already? Normally feels like I've been taking longer than it actually has, but today it kind of went by real quick. Okay, so now I go talk to the priest while dodging the naiad. It is good that he is here. Suddenly reminded of Knights of the Old Republic.
Dagon is dead.
Dagon dry? Love to you. Sword fatigue from Dagon. Good sword from underwater city to you.
Thanks.
Oh. This is not the best sword. I'm actually gonna do... that. So now I'm no longer wielding an illegal sword. I'll hang on to it, even though it's not the best kind of weapon. It looks a bit better on waist than it does on back. Okay, so I did that thing. Let's do this thing.
Where's my cat?
Probably in town where you should be, young woman. Curious. Oh, I think I know what it is. Because I noted that there was that one time, excuse me, I one-shot a wyvern. And now that I'm looking, the status effect of the place of power is no longer there. So I think the place of power wore off, so my signs aren't doing as much as they would have. Sorry, I gotta... There we go. I had something stuck in my teeth. Alright, onward to the inn. it just occurred to me. Well, now it just occurred to me that I'm going kind of the wrong way. But, of a video I was watching by Hello Future Me about in worlds where there are monsters, such as the Witcher's world, you'd think they'd have walls better, especially since most monsters in this world seem to exclusively target human folk. Oh, okay, the inn has its own path. Oh, it's because I was in the town proper that the full map changed. Which is a little disconcerting, actually. Or not disconcerting. A little annoying. Wonder what that's for. 'Cause at least the inn closes its gates, but anyone can open them. It's not a very good defense. Innkeeper. I wonder which innkeeper wants it, because if I remember right, this place actually had 2 innkeepers. Let's talk to her first.
May I help you?
Okay, not her.
How can I help?
I saw your notice.
Ah, I need wyvern eggs for my famous omelets.
Here are 3.
Wonderful. Here's your coin.
Alright.
Can I help you?
So now I need I need to do this one. So, Witcher 1, Heat of the Day. Okay, so this mirror has been reassembled. Okay. So I need to go and find Abigail.
That smells vile.
Who, if this is whom I think it is, then it's the same Abigail from the very beginning of things, which is a nice touch. The question is, where would be her house? Is it the healer's hut? I mean, I somehow doubt it, but we'll see. Oh, it is! Huzzah!
Greetings again, Geralt.
Greetings, Abigail. You found a new home.
I was welcomed with open arms. Their own healer died last winter. If you like, I'll betray to you their greatest secret.
You haven't changed a bit.
I've developed a special ointment, drawing on the old healer's recipe. It makes their cow's coat shine. In truth, I have changed. What brings you here? For I cannot believe you missed me.
Technically, I wouldn't have even known you were here, but,
I need your help on a matter of a spiritual nature.
You can trust me.
I don't know how to send Alina's spirit into the beyond.
That conceited wench? She claimed to possess a rare and powerful Nehelenia's mirror, which once served oracles and prophets. Alina consulted her mirror quite frequently.
The mirror delighted Alina, yet she believes herself alive and is preparing to marry.
Lost souls of the dead show a far greater sensitivity than those of the living. Poetic arguments should convince her long enough to see her damned sister.
Dandelion will be perfect for that.
Good luck, Witcher.
Okay. That means I need to find Dandelion. Oh. So apparently I could have talked to the Lady of the Lake about this situation. Huh. Ooh. That's interesting. One of the possibilities is you talk to Adam, who is the one who is infatuated with Alina, and he would sacrifice himself for her. Because it says, only a poet or the dead can speak with Alina, and since Adam's no poet, he sacrifices himself and speaks to her. And it's just like, huh. Are there any fireplaces up here? Oh, there's 2 places of power. Doesn't really look like it, so I will go and sit by Berengar's fire. It's kind of interesting as I was rewatching a previous stream to write a description for it to go up this upcoming weekend. And in that particular, one of those particular streams, I speculate on the idea that Berengar is one of the corpses found in the swamp. And I just find it amusing that now I know better. He's not dead. He's just annoying. Alright, meditate till just a little after dawn. And hopefully that'll put Dandelion in the right place. So then... Actually, can I... Ah, I can. Good. That should help. Dandelion will hopefully be in the inn after sunrise, like that. And therefore be able to write this poem that I need him to write. You know, I just realized that this series of streams going on longer than my Pokemon series of streams. Okay, come on, don't crash. Don't crash. It crashed. Well, hopefully it auto-saved after my meditation. Come on, Steam. Well, won't this be an annoying reason to call a stream? The game crashed. It looks like I might have to if this continues as it is. I'll give it a little bit of time. But, so, I guess it's just me and my lack of viewers now. So, oh, there it is. Let's hope that autosaved work. Please let the autosave have worked. I do wonder why it crashed. Okay, that looks like the right one. May have to delete some of the old save games. Oh, great. And I got a floating text box. Oh, hey, I'm actually at the inn, too. No, I'm at night, though. Why are there no fireplaces here? Alright. Back to what I was doing. How do I get rid... I think I know a way to get rid of that little floating box. No, that doesn't seem to have done it. Mildly annoying. Oop, almost did that again. How annoying. Just reading up on the whole Lady of the Lake thing, and apparently she does have more clothes than most nymphs. Or Vila, apparently. Or Villa. Not entirely sure how it's pronounced. Am I going the right way? Yes. Reactivate. There. Apparently, I can speak with her. Curious. According to what I'm reading here, in order to really get anything out of
Women.
Old age is no jest.
I don't know. Apparently you can get a special sword from her, which is, of course, nice and poetic. There he is. But,
I need your help.
Right. Shoot.
I need a poem, a ballad.
No problem. But to do it right, I need to know who it's for.
Alina.
So, what should I write about?
Death, Dandelion. Alina is dead, and her spirit roams the fields in daytime. Somehow we have to get her to understand that she's no longer among the living.
Not your everyday commission, but I'm a professional. Any instructions?
Don't provoke her, and no jokes. She's dangerous.
I'll need time.
You have until sunset. Meet in the fields before dusk.
Okay. Now I have to meet him at evening. I actually got some stuff I could sell, don't I? I don't think either of the innkeepers were merchants. I may have to hold on to a bunch of this stuff. Why is that thing still there? There, now it's gone. Apparently I just had to minimize the window.
Oh, I love weddings.
Okay. Just looking at the stuff on this. Ah. Okay. So, where it has the bit, I believe that not every monster deserves to die, there's, apparently two other paths that I could have gotten out of that. Of working with the Scoia'tael and working with the Order. So I'm going to be rather influencing Geralt along his journey, but then again, that's what RPGs are kind of about. Looks like every chapter has a thing that Geralt thinks about in terms of his memory, and that advances that quest slightly. But even though it's never a main quest, it is always there, shall we say. Okay, so evening. Let's see, what is the time at the moment? 10:30 in the morning, so I want to backtrack. No. We'll go to 17:30. It'll take me some time to get up to that strawberry patch anyway. Alright. It also, from what I was reading, does appear that I may want to speak to the Lady of the Lake and make a decision with her towards the progress of the identity quest. But it is not a necessary thing, I don't think. You know what, after I'm done with this bit with Dandelion and Alina, or my game could crash again. Alright, let's clear out some old saves. That was the wrong one to click on. So, my games... Witcher's not amongst these. In that case... Well, at least it resolved itself there a little faster. Local files. Not that. Not that. Under data? Data? Whatever. Oh, well, that's the... I'm now kind of wondering what would happen if I deleted that. Is this the right one? Somehow I doubt it. Yeah, it is not the right one. Oh. Because it was under documents and not, The Witcher. Okay, so... that's my regular save from last weekend. Let's delete these. And then see if it happens again. If I crash one more time, then I will have to call the stream there and investigate. But hopefully it doesn't happen again. There are probably fireplaces out in the field, aren't they? Oh, those saves are still there. How curious. Makes me wonder if I actually deleted anything at all. Well, I'm in the village. What the time is. I'm at the inn. And this says... meet him by the raspberry patch. So I'm gonna follow through on the thought that I had just had. And head out to the field and see if there are any fireplaces out there. And then go up to the raspberry patch. That is a much easier route than the very long one I took that got me fighting those giant centipedes. Now I'm wondering if centipedes actually burrow. They're usually just found under things, but I don't know if they actually burrow. Okay, so I want to go for this campfire more likely. Because that one's closer to being in the right direction to just the approach to the raspberry patch. And of course there's a noon wraith along the way. But interesting sounds. Okay. There's the raspberry patch. A whole lot of herbs, known and unknown. Where is the fireplace? And it just occurred to me, oh, there it is. Minor issue, I guess. Not really an issue, but, that when you first arrive in town and they say, oh, Alina's getting married tomorrow, then you can go meditate by the fire 24 hours and she still won't be getting married. Oh, one of my buttons is coming loose. Anyway. Oop. Wait, time 11. About there. And then I will save manually. And that way, even if I do crash again, I will at least be right here. Okay, so 5 o'clock. Just gonna wait for Dandelion. Sorry about the pause. So while I'm waiting, because time generally goes decently fast in this world, friend of mine actually got the audiobooks for the Witcher books, and he's been telling me some interesting things about the guy who's reading it. Apparently, instead of saying Dandelion, for the first couple books at least, he pronounced his name Dandelion. Why he would do that, I don't know. But then there was another thing he just mentioned yesterday. No, not yesterday. Friday. No, it was yesterday, from my perspective. That in the third, like, it was in the third book, he finally started saying Dandelion's name properly, but now he's saying something else odd. But I don't remember what it was. I thought time passed faster than that in this. Well, let's pick some herbage while we wait. I'm gonna guess the raspberries are only good for eating. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't exactly been the most voracious of witchers. I haven't really had any cane or white myrtle or anything like that, because I haven't been looting any of these bushes. Kind of just been passing them by, I think, on the idea of, oh, I've already got plenty, when I haven't any. But then again, it's not that big a deal, just because the reason to have them is what use they are in alchemy. And I've got so many ingredients. It's like, white myrtle is vitriol and albedo. And there's some albedo. Ooh, Dagon secretions. Hopefully that'll be useful for something. And there's some vitriol. Meanwhile, the Beber cane is aether and albedo, and I already showed the albedo, and oh look, there's some more aether. So yeah, I haven't really needed to get any of them. I mean, I suppose if I picked all the raspberry bushes, I could at least sell the raspberries. That sounds like a vaguely enterprising thing to do. And it'll waste some time while I wait for Dandelion. That was an interesting little dance. Usually... Oh, wow. The light just changed. I was gonna say, though, is that usually in games my research has said that most of them wind up running about an hour every 2 minutes or so. And apparently The Witcher is not one of these. Oh, they don't stack. Never mind. I don't want to take up too much room. It means I should also drop some of this wyvern meat since I already got a ton of that. I'm gonna just drop a bunch of this food stuff. Don't really need any of it. So, got half an hour until Dandelion shows up. So I'll just stand here and wait for him, I guess. This is kind of an interesting tree. Probably has some incredible history behind it. I mean, I keep thinking of it as a hanging tree for some reason.
Yes?
You probably have nothing new to say.
Be good.
Wonder if I leave the hill and come back to it. Nope. But it's definitely evening. All the lights changed. What to talk about, if anything. I'm not entirely sure what to talk about. Especially as I haven't anyone to converse with. Except for my lovely kitty sitting laying right here behind. Let me just pick you up, bud. I wish you'd climb up on me a bit more often. Not all the time, of course, but more often. So how are we doing on time?
The sun.
Okay. Let's try this again, I guess. The heat of the day. At a time between 6 and 7:30. But he is nowhere to be found. Oh, nope, it says 6 and 7:30. I was gonna say that maybe it wasn't saying that that was what it was, but it was what it was. Yeah, that made sense. Where in darkness name are you, Dan? Yeah, I'm due to meet Dandelion in the evening by the raspberry patch. Alright, I'm gonna try a thing. I'm gonna load this and then go back or meditate again for a bit longer. I'm gonna see if I can fix this myself. It looks like it's just unraveling a little bit. But yeah, so now that I have a more precise time, whoops. Add an hour. Wait, was that all that I needed? Was just an hour? I forgot to double check the time before I did that. So, yes, this is a good time. There's Midday Bride. This just says he runs up to the raspberry patch at a time between 6 and 7:30. Maybe I should wait a little bit longer? Let us do that. Oh yes. And I almost forgot. Drop some excess meat and some excess strawberry. Oh yes, and that fish. I'm gonna keep the eggs though. Pushing the wrong button. Okay, an hour more. Now it is very evening. And it is 7:30. And still no Dandelion. I was expecting I walk up here and then there's a cutscene of Dandelion running up. Huh, that's interesting. Some minor bugs, apparently. So nothing about this bit. Well, now it's still the time that Dandelion is supposed to arrive. Let's head back towards the inn and see if he's being held up by something. It was definitely evening that I was supposed to be waiting for. No Dandelion. Huh. So, next thought. I've left the area. Let's go back into it. And see if he's there now. Though I somehow doubt it. And if he's not there, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think that was a monkey sound in my left ear there. Wish I could run faster. Yeah, there's Dandelion. Okay, good, that worked.
Geralt?
How How's the poem?
Could we do this tomorrow?
Too late. You'll have to improvise.
Master Dandelion, you're to play at my wedding.
Milady, Geralt and I have devised a short poem for 2 voices. Care to listen?
What?
Proceed.
His lips sealed, his eyes blank, his breast stone cold, his heart has ceased. Still in this world, yet no longer apart. Who is this man?
The deceased.
New life comes as hope springs true. His soul shines by memory embraced. The dead returns to the land of his youth to seek his beloved's face. His breast heaves, yet cold it remains. His lips move, his eyes engrossed. Returned to the world, but detained by death. Who is this man?
A ghost.
Stop! Stop! Celina killed.
Not much of a poem for 2 voices. Geralt just had to chime in twice. Well, fortunately, you are avenged. Oh look, it's Celina.
Alina, it's me, Celina. As you can see, you have been avenged. Celina, don't blame yourself. I know you never intended to kill me. I'm filled with regret. 'Tis justice. I am damned to wander the fields at night till the end of time.
Perhaps. But if we were able to lift one curse, I see no reason why we shouldn't.
Will you help, Witcher?
I'll try. Why did I save Abigail? Were her honor or virtue threatened?
Kinda, yeah.
No. Because the law was being broken? No.
Kinda, yeah.
Did I choose the lesser evil? No. The Reverend and his flock made a choice. I'm a Witcher. I neither judge nor punish. I solve human problems. Not always using a sword.
Okay, so how do I save Celina then? Talk to Dandelion.
Geralt?
Dandelion, care to explain why?
Well done, Geralt. I would have warned you, but I had to rely on a sudden inspiration.
Spare me your inspirations in the future.
Stop sulking. It worked, didn't it? Gave me an idea. I'll develop that theme into an epic work about folk customs.
Okay, so I need to find a thing. It was done during a quest. And I get the quest. Okay, so I need to find a hut. Might be this small farm. Oh, there it is. I'll go and talk to Julian later. I gotta do this quest so I can release the spirit of Celina as well. Whoa. Frames are dropping like mad. How is that happening? And suddenly things are okay again. Alright. That was odd. I just happened to catch out of the corner of my eye the little green square on OBS instead being orange and red alternating. It's like, that should not be Barrow. There we are. I do know what barrows are, so I will leave them be. Are they all locked? This one's not.
How can I help?
Let's play some dice. Because why not? Two pair, not bad. Also two pair, but better than mine. That's what I wanted. Booyaka. Another two pair. And that's a three of a kind. Oh no, that's a full house. I should have hit pass. Oh well. Let's see what I get out of this. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Wait, what? Why did you re-roll a full house? That's so weird. Because now I've got a full house of ones full of sixes. I will leave this full house. Oh, come on. Now that's a case of the computer being a cheating bastard.
How can I help?
I feel like I might need to do something with those fleeter fangs. Is there anything here of interest? Oh, there's plenty of here of interest for somebody. Already read most of these. So getting the plants and minerals books could be handy. Huh. Excuse me. Dagon sap. That's a thing I need to buy. Yeah, let's buy this thing on the gin. This thing. Get some of these herbs identified, basically. Yeah, I've got a ton of venom glands. Let's just... Not all of them. We'll just sell 100 of them. Or 100 Orin worth, rather. We'll do 90 Orin worth then. Anything else I've got way too much of? A couple things here and there. I'm probably never going to make bombs. I may as well sell all the bomb ingredient stuff. Pretty sure I don't actually need the dog tallow for anything anymore. Didn't need the wolf pelts. I will keep one fleeter fang, though I don't think I need to give one to the dentist at this point. Let's read these books. And the scroll. And then drop them all on the floor because that's how it works in this game.
can I help?
And now...
Anything a witcher can do for you?
I do have a problem.
How can I help?
There's a druid's ring nearby with an ancient statue of the goddess. The place is saturated with the power and attracts dangerous entities.
Not surprising.
The Wild Hunt began haunting the ring recently. Its king hopes to lure the souls of the warriors laid in the kurgans by my hut.
I have dealt with the hunt. What would you like me to do?
Kill 9 phantoms, a hallowed number of the druids. Perhaps the appearance of a witcher will drive off the king of the hunt. As your reward, you may have a book on vampires, ownership of a hut, or a wreath of immortelles.
Need the wreath
I
in
can
order
do
to
that.
release
Remember this.
Celina.
The king of the hunt is a powerful opponent, and no mortal, not even you, can hope to defeat him.
So how do I fight him?
Find mandrake root by the kurgans near my hut. The magic herb will keep the king of the hunt at bay. Merely light the candle that stands within the ring and sprinkle mandrake upon the flame.
Yeah, that sounds helpful.
Alright. Let's hunt the hunt. And of course, there's still Elvin. Oop, what? What just happened?
Wanderer, driven on by the wind as I am, why do you disturb me?
I wasn't trying to
I'd
disturb
like
you.
to help.
Dear noble heart, I am damned for the ages.
If I find a way, I'll return.
Nay, you hate me as all do. Woe is me.
You want to...
Did not want to do that. I'm doing this whole quest for you. Okay, so I need to find this particular herb that he was talking about. Mandrake root. Didn't he say it was near here? Oh, it's the barrows. I don't already have some. Wait, did I? I did. I just didn't drop it. I don't think I'll need much mandrake root, but I'll still take everything I can. Just in case. There. Now I go to the Druid Circle and face the Wild Hunt. They're using the term King of the Hunt. What comes to mind to me when I think of the Wild Hunt is Earl Konig, which I actually, now that I think on it, probably means King of the Hunt. Apparently it's a poem. Or a song, or both. Older King. The King of the Fairies. A derivation from Elakonga, Older Elvrakonga, i.e. Elf King in Danish folklore. Okay. So it is Elvish King, not King of the Hunt. This will be very handy for what I'm about to do. I don't need any of that. So first things first. So that was easy. I did drop the mandrake root on the fire. You know what, something like that does make me want to just stop for the night. We'll try that again next time. So we'll do a proper save. And hopefully, if I remember to next week, I'll do all the stuff that I just did before I start streaming. But I don't know if I'll remember. Unless I leave myself a note. I'll leave myself a note. But anyway, till the next, live well.